Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our next guest is the CEO and founder of MASC Hospitality Group and a New York City Night Market series. He's all over the place, and he joins us to highlight the impact that the New York City Night Market series has had on the growth of local businesses and vendors. So please welcome to the show, Marco Shalma. Marco, welcome.
Thank you, man. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh man, nice to see you again.
Same here, same here. Thank you.
All right. So where do we go from here? Let me see. You ended the season in November,
Yes.
and you pick it up again around this time, and usually in springtime you're off and running.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. One of the things that people sometimes don't realize is like how much work gets behind the scene to get those night markets and other food festival going.
Yeah.
So while the season is short between April and October only, the work is pretty much year round. Like we already started in January, right after a little break that we've had, working towards like launching in April again. Uh, Obviously, the first thing that's coming out is always, as always, Bronx Night Market every week, every Saturday in Fordham Plaza from 12 to 7. And after that, we start adding, throughout April and May, we start adding the other stuff that's coming up. Uptown in Harlem, we have Dykeman,
Yeah.
we have Central Park, and so on and so forth.
And for people who are finding out for the first time what the night market is, elaborate on it. Tell us more about it.
I mean, if people are finding out for the first time today, my team is not doing a good job, and I'm going to have a conversation with them a little bit later. But in all general, the night market brand, the night market brands, whether it's Bronx, Uptown, Brooklyn, Midtown, Staten Island, or whatnot, is basically a gathering to celebrate cuisine, culture, and community. The
Uh-huh.
idea is to bring a lot of global food, representing anything between 30 and 80 vendors, depends on the location, depends on the frequency, and then have some cultural aspect where it's like local artists, musician, performers, and all of that, and really celebrate the communities that we're in, the community, like community of the Bronx,
Yeah.
some of it in Fordham, some of it in Co-op City, Grand Concourse, and so forth. In Manhattan, we have a few of them. We have one in Brooklyn, and basically just bringing a bit of joy to local neighborhoods in New York and celebrating what we have to offer as a community itself. Not really for tourists, for true New Yorker.
Yeah. And it's not just food only. I mean, there's music and there's a lot to it. There's just performances, entertainment.
Absolutely. We have live performances from different kind of, like whether it's a
Uh,
DJ or acoustic music or different bands or whatnot. We have actual art performances. We've had mimes, we've had live painting, we have outdoor galleries sometimes. We mixing it up. We're working with the different groups, local groups, like arts alliances and whatnot, in order to kind of get like young up and coming artists, musician, performers to come in and kind of share some love. This is a great place for a community to kind of give love, have great food, listen to great music,
yeah,
dance a little bit. Uh,
absolutely. Can you tell us about how MASC Hospitality Group has continued to develop their relationship with local eateries and potential vendors?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that. Mass hospitality is basically, a new version of the Bronx night markets that started
Mm,
in 2017. The mantra has always been to kind of support the community. Some of it is the community of residents, which of course to kind of give like advanced, elevated, fun, safe zones for people to come and enjoy themselves. But the main thing is also like supporting small businesses. And when we look at small businesses in mass hospitality, we focus on like market vendors, people that
right.
have small business entrepreneurs that have like vendors and they want to showcase their food, or they have
Yeah.
an idea, and especially after the pandemic, we've seen a lot more people that started doing like small independent businesses. On the other hand, is have a space for local brick and mortars that they want to use the space and thousands of people,
Yeah.
is kind of like a marketing strategy to bring more people to their business. um, with that, we also launched a non-for-profit arm that's called the Street Eats Foundation, which basically gives grants, $2,000 grants, 10 participants every year, in order to make that move and to create that advancement and to celebrate their business, cuisine, and whatnot.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. That's something new that you started?
Yeah, we are just in a process of kind of finalizing, and we launching it. It's an incubator program that has, like, it's a foundation, and basically we make money other places and allocate some of the money towards growing community, especially businesses that come in from zero, from the ground up. Zero revenue business, but a good idea, dedication, and we
Yeah.
help them. We help them kind of work on the marketing and the food cost analysis. We help them establish themselves, and then we give them a space in the market so they can actually do that and perform in front of
Yeah.
community.
And it helped a lot of vendors over the years too, because vendors are looking for places where they can start their businesses, and I think you have helped a lot of people with their businesses.
We have, this is like one of our proudest moments, and we always talk about it in our meeting. The idea of, like, celebrating success through the eye of, like, how many business do we help found this year? How many business moved on into a brick and mortar, maybe to distribution, maybe some other kind of forms of way, maybe multiple units. Our events actually being such an incredible stepping stone to a lot of the small businesses. And I'm going to tell you something that is, while sending out the application this year, we started, like, sending application around December. There is, like, over 40% of the total vendors which are new, which is exciting because we've seen the number go down after pandemic. Like, right around 23, 24, and 25. It is back up, and is back up with, like, full strength. And you're seeing entrepreneurs coming back, new ideas, food, new fusion elements, new merchandise. So I think there is some sort of a movement and a new vibe going on, and we're very excited about that
Yeah.
because it was challenging out of the pandemic, and we lost a lot of people that needed to go to find different ways to make a living. But now we've seen it back, and that's really the beauty of the night markets, that diversity, that globality. This is what we thrive on.
I like the diversity and the different cultures and the different types of foods. Anybody new coming in, like the Ethiopians?
Oh man, we've had a long run of, like, Caribbean food coming up, and
Yeah.
it's still going strong. This is New York after all. We're talking Puerto Rican, Dominican, like
Yes.
Jamaican food and whatnot, Barbadian, everything there. You are absolutely right. Like, the African food is making a strong fight. Like, we see it right now. Senegalese, Ethiopian, Middle Eastern, North African. Like, we seen Africa really pushing forth. Like, more vendors than we've ever had before, and this is exciting because at the bottom of it all, we go there we want to go and have fun and eat. We do this
Yeah.
about 70, 80 times a year. We need diversity predominantly for us to kind of make sure that we do. And this is the best way to make sure that you are fresh, that you keep give a great experience, and you keep working on diversity of the food.
Marco, one day we have to get you in here. You bring like one or two of your vendors, and we'll set up a table where we can lay some food out.
I see what you're trying to do over there. I see you're trying to bring us to you. Like, I
Oh,
want to
I
bring
think
you.
it'll be a good thing.
Absolutely. You tell us when, let's set it up. We'll bring, it's been you guys been such good friend of everything that we've done, and such great, and such great influence of what we've done with the community, because helping us,
Uh-huh.
put a light out there, and whatever you guys need, and we happy to help. We're happy to shine, and we happy to support those small businesses. They deserve all the love.
Yeah, they would love it. They would love it. Come, bring them in. Bring them in. We'll take 2 or 3 of them right inside the studio here. They can lay their stuff out and just talk about what they do and everything. Give the address where they are located, and then talk about where they're going to be featured in the next night market.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can even do better than that, than 3, 4. I can bring 5 or 6. As long as you promise that you're going to come visit me this year.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Listen, what can you share about your upcoming Bronx Night Market?
This year we're taking a different approach, and what I want to share about the Bronx Night Market is, like, that this year is really focusing on the small businesses and the local businesses, and community health and wellness. This is like the topic of the year. We're working with great establishment. We're working with great organization like Montefiore,
Uh-huh.
and Montefiore Einstein, to make sure that we focus on what's important to the community. One, this small business and supporting entrepreneurs and creating incubators that really help those businesses. Two, community health, whether it's like eating better, you have better choices of food, education, and movement. Movement meaning fitness and wellness and stuff like that. Incorporating,
Yeah.
when you talk about like Zumba and yoga and different activation, physical activation, to combine with great food. That's what we want to focus on this year. And it's going to be a little bit more curated than always. It's going to be really more focusing on those two aspects, and I think it's going to be a fantastic time. And last year in the Bronx Night Market was a fantastic year. The community just stepped up and came out and gave us all the love in the world, and we were overwhelmed by the love and the support. And we really wanted to take it up a notch and say thank you so much. Here's what we can do with that kind of love, with that kind of support.
Yeah.
We can do a lot better. So they stepped up. Now it's time for us to step up as well.
Beautiful. Anything new coming up? Any new night markets you're going to put together in 2025?
There is a few things that we're working, not Night Market, but we decided to kind of really focus and own in on the experience. We really want to make sure that, we're focusing on the user experience. There's a big announcement coming up soon. I can't really reveal because, lawyers and document
I
something
got you.
absolutely Bronx related.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be, there's going to be like a big one. But in the meantime, really the focus is user experience. Really make sure that everybody comes and enjoy themselves, and make sure that we are supporting as many local businesses as possible on the way to succeed.
And of course, that's one of your goals, right?
Yes, it's always
Yeah.
been part of for me, that's one of the main thing in our mission statement.
Yeah. See, look at it. They want that food now. They're calling you now. Hey, listen, give me your website and all that stuff. Where can people go to find out more about the night market?
BronxNightMarket.com, UptownNightMarket.com, MASC Hospitality Group.com. Most people already know us for that, but we made it easy.
Yeah.
BronxNightMarket.com or at Bronx Night Market on Instagram and TikTok, and get all the information. Sign up to our newsletter. Most people don't know that our newsletter is basically a raffle that gives every event. We give out $50 worth of like food and merch and drinks and whatnot, and you get all the new information. If there's any activation, if there's any giveaways, if you sign up to the newsletter, you get that information first. So I say always, like, that's a good tip. Sign up for the newsletter. Get that information.
Hey, Marco, take my number. My producer is going to give you my number, and we're going to come down and visit you at one of the night markets, all right?
Yeah, I look forward to that. It's going to be fun.
You got it. All right. Thank you so much. Marco Shalma, CEO, MASC Hospitality Group. We appreciate you, man, and thank you for all that you're doing in our community.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me. Thanks you for supporting us.
You got it. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a quickie break. We'll come back and do more right here on Open next.